Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the another part of fertilization reaction. In our previous video we had talked about first step of the fertilization, that is approach of sperm towards the egg. Now the second part of the fertilization. First part was the approach of sperm. Next step is fertilizing anti-fertilizing reaction. Fertilizing anti-fertilizing reaction. This is actually anti-fertilizing reaction. This is actually the identification reaction, where in this reaction the egg identifies the sperm. So this is the identification reaction. Here the fertilizing is secreted by, it is secreted by the egg, and it has the spermophilic sites where the sperms are going to bind. So this has the spermophilic sites, and at the sites the sperms are going to bind. Anti-fertilizing is secreted by, it is secreted by sperm. Suppose this is the wall of egg. This is the wall of egg. This this membrane secretes the fertilizing chemical. This is the fertilizing, and it has the sperm binding sites on it. Here these are the sperm binding sites, and here the sperms are going to bind. Here the sperms are going to bind with this site. We know that out of 200 to 300 million of sperms, only the 100 of sperms are able to reach up to the egg. Now the fertilizing which is secreted by the membranes of the egg, this fertilizing binds the sperms with it. Suppose 2 or 3 fertilizings are present on the wall of the egg. One fertilizing molecule is able to bind 2 or 3 sperms with it. So only the 13 to 15 molecules, 13 to 15 sperms are going to bind with the fertilizing. So out of hundreds, only 13 to 15 sperms are able to bind with this fertilizing. Clear? This reaction is necessary for maintaining the uniqueness of the species. Clear? The fertilizing anti-fertilizing reaction is necessary. Its significance is to maintain the uniqueness of the species, and it is also responsible for thinning the sperms. Clear? This is responsible for maintain uniqueness of the species, and it also thin out the sperms. Clear? So this is the very important reaction in which the fertilizing and anti-fertilizing reaction will take place. Now the next step, that is called as release of sperm lyses. As soon as the sperm binds with the egg with fertilizing molecules, the acrosomal part of the sperm is going to secrete the sperm lyses. That is the next step. The third step is release of lysines. Release of lysines. These lysines are the group of chemicals. Almost 3 types of chemicals are present in these lysines enzymes. These lysines are secreted by the acrosomal part of the sperm. We know that the wall or the membrane of the acrosome is now becomes weaker due to the activity of the chemicals present on the due to the reaction, capacitation reaction which takes place on the surface of the egg, and by this capacitation reaction, the wall or the membrane of the acrosome gets weaker. Now it is able to secrete the sperm lyses. These sperm lyses are the chemicals which have three types of chemical in it. That is, first one is corona penetrating enzyme, or sometimes it is also called as corona digesting enzymes. Corona penetrating or corona digesting enzymes. These enzymes digest the corona radiata membrane of the egg. It digests the corona radiata membrane of the egg. Second type of enzyme is hyaluronidase enzyme. This hyaluronidase enzyme dissolve the hyaluronic acid present in between the membrane of corona radiata. Suppose this is the egg vitelline membrane and here it is the corona radiata membrane. This hyaluronic acid behaves as a glue-like substance which is present in between the space of these membranous particles. In between the space, a glue-like structure, that glue-like structure is called as hyaluronic acid is present. This hyaluronic acid is dissolved by this hyaluronidase enzyme so that the corona radiata membrane becomes weaker and the cells becomes loose for penetrating the sperm into the egg. So it dissolves, hyaluronidase enzyme dissolve the hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid. Clear? So these are the two important enzymes. The third one enzyme is called as acrosine. Clear? This acrosine is also present in sperm lysines. That is third enzyme which is called as acrosine, and these acrosine are responsible to digest the in digesting the zona pellucida layer. It digests the next membrane, that is zona pellucida. So the sperm lysines are the group of three types of enzymes in which corona penetrating or corona digesting enzymes are there, which digest the corona radiata membrane. Hyaluronidase enzymes are there, which dissolve the hyaluronic acid present between the cells of the corona radiata. And third one is the acrosine enzyme or the acrosine chemicals. These acrosines are responsible to digest the zona pellucida layer. Now, after digestion of these three layers, the sperm is going to touch the egg membrane, that is the vitelline membrane. Clear? So, next step is formation of reception core or the formation of fertilization core. Release of lysines. The fourth one is formation of reception core or the fertilization core. Clear? In this process, when all the three layers of when all the two outer layers, that is corona radiata and zona pellucida, gets dissolved or digested by the enzymes secreted by the acrosomal part of the sperm is going to touch the egg membrane. Here the egg, that is not the actual egg, this is the secondary oocyte. Clear? This secondary oocyte will develop a conical structure. Suppose this is the membrane, vitelline membrane, and this is the dissolved corona radiata. Here a conical structure is formed in the vitelline membrane of the egg, and this is the sperm binding site. Here the sperm is going to bind. This is the sperm, and this sperm is going to bind with this site. This is called as reception core or the fertilization core. This is the reception core or the fertilization core. Clear? When the sperm touches the egg. Here one most important change is going to take place in the structure of secondary oocyte. This is not the egg.